Well, we have told you we're in the middle of cuffing season when people seek out a romantic partner to kind of just ride out the winter months and then break up come spring. But now there's a newly named dating trend that's similar to cuffing season, but this one can be toxic.
Yeah, it's called winter coating, and it involves someone from your past. So joining us now to talk about this dating trend is Bela Gandhi, a relationship expert and founder of Smart Dating Academy. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. This is crazy winter coating.
Right?
So what is this, first of all?
You know, it's a cute word to describe something that's been done for generations. Basically, if winter coating means somebody has broken up with you, let's say 2 years ago. Now, suddenly the days are colder, darker, maybe it's post-Thanksgiving. You haven't heard from them and they're like, hey, boo, how are you doing? Right? Because they don't want to be single for the holidays. So winter coating is toxic because it sounds like this person might be using you.
Yeah. I want to think of it more like a fashion trend and forget about it as a dating, right? All right. So if an ex reaches out this season, does that mean they'll probably ditch you once it gets a little bit warmer? And so how can you tell if it's real or not?
Look, I tend to say your ex is an ex for a reason, right? Okay. And so if your ex randomly reaches out to you like, hey, do you want to grab a drink? Let's get together. Just take your time before you're like, yes, 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 I want to go. Talk to your people, talk to your therapist. Get zen on why did you break up? Go back to that place before you jump right back in and agree to it. If this person is legit wanting to get back together with you and they think, oh my God, I've made the worst mistake of my life. Okay, maybe show me the therapy, show me the work that you've done. But other than that, let the buyer beware.
I always say don't misremember the past, because we do that sometimes, right? We misremember what the past was.
Right, and just think about the good times. All right, so some call winter coating toxic, but is that always the case?
Well, if your intention is just to have somebody to cuddle up to for the holidays and then you want to take the winter coat off when spring happens, yeah, then you're being toxic if you're using your ex whose heart that you broke, right? But now, again, if somebody legitimately says, we broke up, I made a huge mistake, it took the holidays to conk me in the head, but I really want to get back together with you, you have to trust your gut about this, but don't just run back in. If that person broke up with you, make them jump through hoops of fire before you meet them out again.
Yeah, right. Well, so what should someone do if they're in a vulnerable place, and that happens from time to time, and then your former flame reaches out?
Ooh, man, like I'm saying, have your village around you to support you. Maybe that's your best friends, your neighbors, your therapist, your coaches, your dating coaches, whomever that is, to help you. Probably talk some sense into you at that point to say, no, danger, Will Robinson, don't do this, right? So if you're in that vulnerable place, don't just run out there and be with Mr. Right now, because you want to save yourself for Mr. Right.
All right. So is it ever a good idea, though, to go back to an ex? I mean, look, it worked for J-Lo and Ben this time around.
Right. Okay. Sounds like hopefully they did all of their work, right? And so an ex wasn't an ex for a reason in that case, or it was.
Well, it's been a month. Or how long's it been?
Right.
Damn to say, give it some time.
A New York minute or so. So it depends. Again, plenty of exes. I know couples that have married, divorced, and then remarried again because they come back to each other and they realize we were really good for each other. But here's the frictional points and the speed bumps that we need to work on to make our marriage even better. So it's situation by situation. But if your ex was a narcissist and dumped you, broke your heart, and is coming back right around now, I would say, oof, take that one really, really slowly, if at all, or block and delete.
Right.
Yeah, I like that one. So I'm curious, in your experience, how often does it work out when people get back together? And I'm not asking for myself, but when people get back together with an ex, how often does that work out?
Not very often. Usually that's why we have the thing called on again, off again relationships, right? We're on when we're together, we're not good together, then we break up, but we miss each other, maybe we miss the drama. So by and large, it doesn't work on to break up, get back together. And every time it's kind of like the highs are never as high, but the lows get lower with every breakup.
Yeah, so true.
All right, so Bella, there's a lot of single people out there that want someone to ride out the winter holidays with, but what is your advice if someone really can't find a match?
Keep dating. Peak dating season starts in the middle of December. Online dating app membership spike 50 to 80%.
Yeah.
Sunday, January 8th is predicted to be the busiest online dating day of 2023. So there are plenty of fish in the sea. Do not get winter coated right now. Get your cute little self out into the ocean and find some fish because it's ripe.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Good advice. Bella, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. For more of Bella's tips and to get her help finding love, you can visit smartdatingacademy.com. And by the way, you can also follow her on Instagram for lots of advice at Smart Dating Academy as well.